Hello, beer troopers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppets. Today, checking out a beer that I'm revisiting in the canned version. That's what I'm going to say, so it's not a Throwback Thursday name video, because I don't want to wait until Thursday to post this, because I already did another Throwback Thursday. So this means this will be 2 weeks in the log of videos. I want to get this posted sooner, because this is a beer that I've been wanting to revisit for so long because of seeing people online just really enjoying it, especially people in the beer industry. So it's like, man, I really want to revisit that. But you can't really get it in Denmark. And the beer is none other than Allagash White. So both because of these things, but also because I've had an inkling for Witbiers. And I found this on Beer Republic randomly. They had this and a lot of other American beer that I couldn't find or haven't seen in any other shops around Europe. So I was like, okay, surprise. And that was also where I got all the Cellar Maker and the West Coast hoppy beers. I'm really stoked about this. So this is the canned version of Trillium White. This is the canned version of Allagash White. And this is their world famous Belgian style wheat beer, or Belgian Witbier, brewed with coriander, and Curacao orange peel on 5.2% in a tall boy can. From Maine with love. I think it's always said that on the cans. So they're from Portland, Maine, and they are an old ass brewery by now because they've been around since 1995. And you're thinking that's not too long ago. Well, next year that was 30 years ago. So they've been around. They've been around for a while. One of the older independent breweries, I guess, from the States these days. But they have some information here in the can. It says, our take on this Belgian style is brewed with coriander and Curacao orange peel, citrus forward, hazy, and refreshing. We brew all our beer at a single brewery in Portland, Maine, just like we have since 1995. And then if you tilt the can on the side, it says, rouse your yeast. Your curiosity just paid off. With the can bottom up, gently swirl to enrich the beer's flavor, flip, open, and enjoy. And they do this in 12 packs, and this has become a massive flagship, and I'm sure they sell a lot of it. Because if you go on their website, it says Allagash White under beer, and then it says our other beers. That means they sell a lot of white. And what's awesome as well, they're very open with about what the beer is made with. So it says here that it's their award-winning beer as well, and it's brewed with oats, malted wheat, and raw wheat for the hazy white appearance, and it's spiced with their own blend of the spices mentioned before. It upholds the tradition of Belgian wits that are complex and refreshing, and that is my jam these days. In the past, I didn't care too much about beers being lower strength, being refreshing, being sessionable. It was all about impact of flavor. And those days are still around a little bit. I love it, good impact of flavor, but it's not my main deal anymore. This session beers, man, I freaking love session beers. Beers that you can drink a few of without getting hammered. So they use their own Allagash 2-row malted barley blend, and then they use local pale ale malt, red wheat malt, raw white wheat, and oats, and carapils. So a fairly complex grist on this one. The hops are Nugget, Crystal, and Czech sauce, their own house yeast, and then the spices. And then I love as well, it says ideal within 6 months. And apparently it's the most awarded Belgian wit in the world. That is crazy. You can get this in 12-ounce cans, in 6 packs, in 12 packs. Then you get 16-ounce cans like this in 4 packs. You can get it in 12-ounce bottles in 6 packs. You can even get it in 19.2-ounce tall boy cans, stovepipes, I think you call them, and on draft. Holy hell. That is nuts. A lot of packaging formats. They must brew this beer a lot. So they've won 9 gold medals, 3 silver medals, and 5 bronze medals for this beer. Oh, they're Great American Beer Festival 23. They won silver for Belgian Wit. Great American Beer Festival 22. They won gold. World Beer Cup bronze. Some of the best competitions. Great American Beer Festival. Wow. Okay. I mean, just when you read the awards and you know about beer, it's okay, that beer has definitely got something to its name. And within 6 months, so this can was packaged on the 25th of January, and it's the 23rd of June today. So it should be still fairly decent. I mean, I'm sure this is going to be much better dead fresh. But this looks very good in the glass. Just very bright, hazy yellow color. Very enticing looking, and a white head was there. It's kind of faded now because I talk too much. Let's check out the aroma on this iconic American beer. That smells lovely. That smells really, really, really refreshing. I talk about this in the original review as well. Very zingy, very refreshing. It's very citrus forward and zingy, sippy, fresh coriander forward as well. But lots of doughy, bready yeast character or yeast malt characteristics, like doughy, bready, doughy, bready wheat bread, like really fluffy wheat bread. Yeah, and floral too, and like spicy with like really nice undercurrents of orange and like lemon and then like coriander. Like it's not like the most layered aroma, but like it just smells banging for a bit. Very bright and refreshing smelling and summery. It smells really good. I like it. I'm sure this can is going to be quite all right. And so zesty. Like fresh squeezed like lemon zest and orange zests in there. Just if you ever smell like zest of citrus, it's just like totally that. Maybe even like slightly limey, but it's mostly like lemon and orange. And like the peppery undertones and like and such a vibrant malt character too. Like it's so like intensely wheaty, which sounds weird, but it has like that doughiness and almost like also bright malt characteristic. Like it's not like as crisp smelling as like Pilsner malt. It's like more doughy, more fluffy, more like chewy smelling almost in some ways, like a very fluffy, airy wheat bread. Like if you almost like the fluffiness of like industrial like breads, like Wonder Bread or like some of these like really big fluffy breads, and you just squeeze them down like that. It's like something like that. Like but then just like fresh. It smells really good. Let's try it. Cheers. Wow, you could drink this beer every day, all day. You can totally taste that this is a beer that's been brewed for a very, very long time because this is dialed in. Wow, that is such a session beer. Like, there's nothing in here that does not want you to take another sip. Like, everything is just layered around drinkability in high amounts. Like, I understand why they have those like massive cans because this is something you could just chug glass after glass. Like if you think of a beer, like the most common like Belgian wit examples are like Blue Moon and Shock Top and stuff like that from the big breweries from Anheuser-Busch. And who makes Blue Moon? Is it Coors these days, or who owns the rights to Blue Moon? I can't remember. It's one of the big guys in the States. Saab Miller, maybe? I'm not sure. But those beers are much more synthetic. Like this, they have like these perfumey, synthetic nuances to them. They're sweeter. This is not sweet. This is like doughy, airy, fluffy, really fluffy mouthfeel. And then like these layered citric coriander, like zesty, bright nuances. You could drink so much of this beer. So much. Like, I really would love to try this at like Dead Fresh, like a month or two. I'm sure the drinking experience is going to be even more vibrant. This is not a beer that's going to do well with age. And I definitely understand why they say 6 months is the best window to drink it in. Because I'm sure that this will deteriorate really fast. But this is just like utterly crushable and refreshing. Spicy black pepper notes in the back with all that fluffy wheatiness. And doughy breadiness. It feels quite doughy, which is must be all that like the raw wheat and whatnot. But it's really nice, perfumey, floral, bit zesty. There is a slight bitterness to it, but it's very gentle. It's not like heavily bitter or anything like IPAs and whatnot. Like, but there's just like a soft, like black pepper bitter bite on the end and the back, which helps balance everything in the beer, like and round the beer off, so it's not it doesn't get like too like doughy, chewy, and like zesty and whatnot. Like it's like it rounds the flavor palette off nicely. But yeah, it's so like lemony and orangey and bright and vibrant, slightly perfumey, almost like yogurty, like citrus yogurt or something like that. It's interesting, like a yogurty thought. I think it's maybe just pH and acidity on the back there. But this would be wonderful with Brettanomyces. Like, fuck, this would be so killer as a Brett beer. And they did something similar to this, or well, a take on this at Boisserie de la Seine, which this glass is from. It's called Allagash, and that was a Belgian white, but with Brettanomyces and with, I think, Amarillo hops, which was great. I still have a couple bottles of that to develop in the cellar just to get the Brett character even more forward. But this is great. I understand why a lot of people really enjoy this. This is just a lovely, lovely, lovely Witbier. But this is wonderful in terms of a grade. 92, 93. This is just really, really, really nice Witbier. Like, is it one of the best I've had? I think it might be. I don't know. I still keep thinking I like St. Bernardus more. And I'm not sure if that's the case, but it really falls into the category of amazing session beer and highly drinkable beer. Great beer. I think this is a beer you guys should check out. They probably still have it on Beer Republic, but I would actually recommend that you guys go on to J&B Crafts Drinks instead if you want to try this. Because I think when they get it over, they do like a personal import and they get it over really fresh. And they also have like Treehouse and all kinds of stuff that you can't get in Europe otherwise. So I recommend you, if you guys want to try this beer, try and look on their site. Because I know they sporadically get this home. I think that maybe it's because they're fans of the beer. I'm not sure, because once in a while they just get a fresh drop of Allagash White. It's quite funny and awesome. So if you guys had a chance to try Allagash White, let me know what you thought of it. Great, iconic American beer. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers. And damn, I got so much editing lately. These videos are way too long. And say cheers and see you guys in another video. I babbled on for 18 minutes about this beer. And I did that for all the other reviews today. God damn it. Cheers. See you guys in another beer review.